Hey guys, Rich Ferguson here, and today I'm teaching you 5 awesome pranks and tricks you can do with fire. Now listen, I've been doing magic for 20 years and I still get hurt. So please do not do this unless you have 100% control over all of the situation, or make sure you have adult supervision. All right, check it out. So this awesome lighter effect is going to involve a Zippo. Light that sucker, and what you're going to do is take the flame away and throw it back on. You could even take it and put it in your mouth and spit it back on. Watch. Now here's the secret. If you look really close, when I pull my hand across, there's still a little flame inside. Little tiny one. Oh, it just went out. Oh, there it's back, see? So it's still burning inside even though it doesn't look like it. Right here it looks like it's out, but there's a little flame. All I've done is I've pushed over the wick on the inside, right there, just bend it over to one side or the other, to the front or back of this casing. Don't stick it to the side, stick it to the front or back, just from straight to like that, touching one end, and it causes the flame to just kind of migrate down to the corner, and all you have to do is lightly grab the edge, and any little flicker causes the flame to jump back up to big again. It's a great illusion. It really fools people. This one's very simple. All you're going to do is press the lever and let the gas out, but you're going to let it go out into your hand. So close your hand around the top of the lighter and press here. And you're going to want to do this for about 30 seconds and let a good amount of the gas go in. Then you can burn the gas from either opening your hand, from an opening at the top by your thumb, or out of the hole where you're currently putting the gas in. Now watch. This time I'll try the same thing. What I've done is I've added a little bit of moisture with water just around the lip of my hand so I don't get burned. I'm going to fill it up for about 30 seconds. Oh, do you see that? Now I'm going to show you how to make a torch out of an ordinary lighter. Now I will say there's 2 different methods to this. If you look really close, you will see that one of these lighters has this lever that allows you to go less and more for the amount of gas. That's important for the easy method. And now if you have one of these cheap Bic lighters that don't have an adjustment, you can take it apart and I'll show you how to adjust it from the inside. Now in both cases you're going to take this metal fire guard off. Simply pry it off on one side and you'll see that it comes loose. But be careful not to pry so deep that you actually grab the plastic that this wheel is on. When you're done taking this clip off, press it tight again so that you can push it over and it'll snap right back on where it's supposed to be when you're all done. So once you have the metal guards off, you can see here's the difference. This particular one just has a metal piece coming up where the flame comes out of. What you're going to do is grab that with pliers and turn it about 100 times to the right to make the flame bigger. So in this case, plus is to the right. So I'm going to rotate it to the right, lift this up, put it back so it's not doing anything, re-engage the teeth, go to the right, lift it up, and keep repeating this process. At this point, only do it about 10 times and test it and make sure you're in no danger of catching anything on fire, because there is a chance it will spit out some of the butane and spark and stuff like that. So let's do a test. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Now you see I stopped pressing it and it kept burning because so much fuel's been released, so be careful. I would highly recommend getting the lighters that have the adjustment, but if you don't, you can still do it by grabbing the actual stem of the lighter here with some pliers and manually turning it. You're going to have to turn it many times, and be sure you test it a few times along the way. And again, every lighter is different, so be careful and make sure you're in a location where you can't catch stuff on fire or hurt yourself, because you never know what some cheap lighter is going to do. Woo! Now this is really fun, but I have to stress, be really careful, because these are not designed for that level of heat, and if you lay it on for about 5 seconds, the internal mechanism here is gonna melt and you're gonna have a problem. Now here's an eerie trick. If you blow out a candle, you can light it from just igniting the smoke. That little vapor trail has particulates in it that are still flammable. See, you can even do this with the birthday candle. A good tip on this is if you have a candle that has a fat wick, or it's an old-fashioned kind of candle that gives off a lot of black smoke, those will let you light from very far away. For this next one, it can make a total mess, so I want you to get a pair of rubber gloves and a little protective material to put over your table because you might get ink everywhere. Here's what you're gonna do. Take a pin apart, remove just the pin cylinder itself and get rid of the rest of this. Once you have your rubber gloves on for protection and you have your pin, we're going to take it apart. You're going to tear this tip right off. So now you just have the straw basically of ink. You're going to take the metal shield off the front of the lighter again so you can access this spot right here where the gas comes out. You're going to place the metal tip that the flame comes out of into the straw, then blow on it to get some of the ink down inside of the metal area that the flame comes from. So what it does, it makes it look like the fire is floating far above the lighter. How rad is that? Ooh, like magic, look at that. How weird is that? This next one just involves a lighter that's blank on the front and the back and the sides. And what you're going to do is place it into your hand and squeeze it out the other side once and then twice, and then it is printed with the warning label. Now you can do this the other way around, but I prefer it to be totally blank to begin with. The secret is simple. It is a regular lighter. All lighters come with the warning side on one side. So what you're going to do is just show the person one side. How do you do that? With this very simple magic move. You're going to lift up, but before you get to here, you're gonna give it a rotation. So all you're doing is this, from down to up, but you're not doing this. You're actually giving it a flip. So to cover that, you just come up quick. That's the side that has nothing on it. That's the same side. If I just bring it up, it looks like this. Down, up, right? So you want it to look like this to here, except just a flip. Now the second phase, you're gonna lay it on your hand, and this is gonna be rotated in your hand like this, because if you turn it over and push it through, of course, it's gonna show the sticker. So what you do is you lay it down, and as you turn your hand over, simply let this roll toward you when you close your fist. This will naturally roll toward you, and then push it, and it's now the blank side again. So you can have that happen over and over. And after one or two of those, keep it the way it's supposed to be, and then push it through, and magically, you've printed the label. So of course, you could take the sticker off the other side and modify it and make it change. You could write something on one side and make it vanish or appear. So have fun with that. All right, guys, several of you have asked, how do I make a torch? So here you go. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you want to see more, hit that like button right now, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe right now. We upload videos all week long, and every week I go out into the real world and I do real pranks and social experiments on people, and I share it with you every Saturday. So thank you guys so much for the love, and I'll catch you next week. Peace.
Subscribe to Rich Ferguson, or else.